Alright, so hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. For this video I wanted to switch things up a little and do almost like a follow me around style video. Not necessarily a vlog, more like a day in my life, get productive with me, that sort of thing. This video is sponsored by Chromebook. They challenged me to show you guys how I use my Chromebook in my daily life, and I thought since I was doing this video anyways, it would be perfect and you'll be able to see how the Chromebook really helps me to stay on track with things. But anyways, we have a busy day ahead, a lot of things to get done, so let's not waste any more time. Alright, so the first thing I did was get ready, and while that might seem like a no-brainer to some people, as someone who works from home, it can be easy to just stay in my pajamas looking gross all day, but I do find I'm more productive when I get out of my pajamas, put on a little bit of makeup, whether that's just some moisturizer or a full face, because I find it splits up my day and really gets me in the right mindset for productivity. Another thing that I like to do is I always make my bed. I don't know if this is just being trained from childhood, but I can't start my day until I make my bed. My mornings are typically blocked off for what I like to call my organization time, so this is where I'll sit down, do some planning, bullet journaling, and also administrative stuff like emails. And I always find that having this time in the morning really helps to give me a nice mental map of what I want the day to look like, what I have to get done, and it just sets me up for a productive, successful day. So in my bullet journal right now, I'm checking what tasks didn't get done from the previous day and writing them down in my new to-do list for the day. As I mentioned, my Chromebook is a huge part of my productivity and my day, but especially in this morning section of the day when I am doing more administrative stuff, I love having my Chromebook open next to me while I'm bullet journaling because I can go back and forth with any emails and writing down due dates and all of that. And since I pretty much do have it open next to me constantly, I love that it runs all day. The Chromebooks have batteries that last at least 10 hours, so you can leave your charger at home when you're on the go. Another thing that I like to do is to flip it and draw on it for any video plans. This is where I'll sketch out some video ideas, some bullet journal spread ideas, any sketches that I want to plan out. It's just a great quick way for me to dump out any ideas that are in my head. And with the Chromebook, I actually have access to these files on my phone or tablet, so if I'm out and I don't have my Chromebook with me, and let's say I'm getting supplies, I can still refer to these sketches. Alright, so I have finished planning and replying to emails and doing all of the administrative stuff in my life. It actually took a lot longer than I expected, but now that I really have my day mapped out and I know what I have to do for today, I'm going to attack the plan and do it. Something that I like to do in my bullet journal is to write down every single task, no matter how small, and even if you have a big task, like let's say for example I have to film a video, instead of writing down only film video, I'll break it up into smaller tasks like film the intro or set up the thumbnail or draw the plan for the video, that kind of stuff. And not only does that help you really get a better idea of how much you have to get done and helps you with time management, it also makes you feel pretty damn accomplished when you do finish each of those smaller tasks. So I have all of my smaller tasks broken down for the day, and the first thing I have to get done is some groceries and errands and boring stuff, but c'est la vie, it has to get done, so we should go do that right now. As someone who has an extremely busy schedule and is also not the greatest chef in the world, I mean, I can cook some things, I can get by, but I'm definitely not the fastest or the greatest. I do find that doing meal preps at the beginning of the week is the way to go for me. I just cook a bunch of food and then package them up into separate little containers, and that way I can just have food ready for the rest of the week. And I mean, cooking takes time, so at the beginning of the week I'll just block off a couple hours to do this meal prep, and then I'm set for the rest of the week. My cooking skills are limited to whatever recipe I'm following, so I just popped up the video recipe and instructions on the screen, and then usually once I feel like I have it covered, I'll throw on some Netflix or some YouTube videos or something to accompany me while I'm chefing it up in the kitchen. But anyways, as you can see, there's a lot of vegetables happening here, and that's because I'm just making a vegetable chicken stir-fry dish. It's quick, it's easy, it's kind of been my go-to because it also keeps really well in the fridge, which is what I'm looking for in a meal because, as I mentioned, I'm just going to be popping these in the microwave throughout the week. If you are curious about the recipe, I can leave it in the description box below, but it's pretty standard stuff. The only thing that is unique, I guess, for it is the sauce, but everything else is kind of just cutting vegetables and then pan frying it. Okay, so here's where I'm making my little meal prep containers that I was talking about. I separate them out into smaller containers, that way it's just faster for me throughout the week to pop them in the microwave. I can typically get about 4 or 5 servings or meals out of this one dish, but it just depends on what I'm making. Today was just an especially chore-filled day. I had some laundry to do, so I popped a couple loads in so that they get done while I do my other work. I'm back for another check-in. I changed clothes because it was just so hot here. I don't know what is going on. I'm like literally sweating. But anyways, I finished a lot of errands, which felt so good. You know when you just have a lot of things that you have to do and you keep putting it off, and then once you finally do it, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder. So I finally did my meal prep, some laundry, cleaned up a little bit. But something that I have noticed about myself is that I tend to procrastinate. I don't know if that's a term, but if it's not, I'm coining it now. If I'm putting off some work, I tend to clean just to make myself feel like I'm doing something useful, even though I'm just putting off the original task that I have to do. And I love cleaning. For me, it's just like a stress relieving thing, so I could spend hours cleaning if I don't stop myself. So in order to keep myself on task, the original task, I like to section off my days and really schedule it out by hour. So for example, what I just did was I set myself like an hour and a half, 2-hour time limit for errands, housework, cleaning, and all of that. And once that was over, I had to stop whatever I'm doing and get back to my actual work, which I'm about to start now. But anyways, next up on the agenda, I have a bunch of work I have to get done. I have to do some illustrations. I want to do a couple bullet journal spreads to post for you guys on Instagram. And if I have time, maybe I'll film a video. We will see. The afternoon chunk of the day is typically when I get most of my work done, and by that I mean any illustrations, any bullet journal spreads, any videos I have to film. This is typically the time in which I do all of those. And the good thing about my work is I can just throw on some Netflix while I'm doing it. So I'm watching Friends right now. I did actually manage to finish a bunch of the illustrations I had to get done for the day, which felt great. I love just checking things off your to-do list, but since I am hunched over a desk a lot, I do need to take some breaks in between. So here, I'm just taking a little tea break, reading a book for a while. After coming back home from the event and meetings I had, it was pretty much nighttime, so I kind of just did my final dose of organization for the day. Typically, this is when I go through my bullet journal, see what I accomplished for the day, set up for the next day, and this is also where I fill out my mood trackers and habit trackers in my bullet journal. And then I also did a final round of emails. I'm just always on my emails. If I have any videos to edit, I'll actually do it at this time as well. I'm a night editor for some reason. And once I'm done, I just clean everything up because I am very particular and I just can't go to sleep if my room is a mess. Alright, Alright, so this is the final check-in. I feel like even though I got a lot of stuff done today, it wasn't like my mind was hectic. It was very calming, and I had a plan and I stuck to it, which is always the best way to go about a productive day, because I feel like sometimes when I have a lot of stuff to do but I don't have a plan, I just get more stressed about the stuff that I have to do, if that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was something a little different, but if you guys are interested, I can definitely do more of these. Hopefully you guys also had a productive day along with me. Thank you again to Chromebook for sponsoring this video. If you want to learn more about Chromebooks and how they can help you become more productive in your life, make sure you check out that description box. But anyways, I'm probably gonna go find a snack, read a book or something, just hang out. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.